Hi there, welcome to Floating in Dreams. Today's video is going to be a full face of Makeup Revolution. Welcome to everybody watching today. Thank you so very much for joining me. If you're into eyeshadow palettes, Essence and Catrice, and getting the use out of your makeup the way that I am, then definitely stay tuned because today we're going to be doing a full face of Makeup Revolution, a brand I haven't really tried anything new from in about 2 years or so, and I had heard a couple of people saying some really positive things about some Makeup Revolution things. So over the Christmas season, they had a sale on. I went onto their website, selected some bits, and we're going to put them all onto my face right now. So that's what I have for you today. But before we do that, it may be good to know that I have fair skin with a cool to neutral undertone, which greatly skews my makeup preferences. And because I have been buying, trying, and reviewing makeup for more than a decade, I have some very strong opinions as well. So I hope you're here for that. Join the Snow Angel family if you'd like to join the club, which you can do by clicking subscribe down below. In terms of like a full face, I don't really think that Makeup Revolution is necessarily my favorite brand. One of my favorite products by them is their concealer. This is the Conceal and Define Concealer, which I have in shade C3. And I really love this setting spray, which I actually just rolled into my Shop My Stash because the other one I had in there was now gone. And I was like, I need to use this up. This has sadly been discontinued though, which is a shame. But that was one of my favorites. And in terms of like a full face, I mainly have a new base product to try. They call this the Super Dewy Skin Tint, which I bought in the shade Light Beige, which is apparently a tinted moisturizer, like a skin tint type of product. And because of the packaging, it really reminded me of the Charlotte Tilbury, what's it called? Beautiful Skin Foundation. So I did film a short already comparing these, but I don't think it's up yet. If it is up, I'll make sure to link that in the description box down below if you want to see a quick swatch of that. And then I just have some cream products for the cheeks. And I've got some new eye products to try that excited me. And I've got 2 of these swirly glosses. So that's what I will be showing for you in today's video. So let me just get started. I'm going to be using my Essence Primer that's still in my Shop My Stash. It's almost gone. So I'm just going to apply that to the face and I'll be right back when I get to the skin tint. So let me move on to the skin tints. I already said that I think this is pretty similar in terms of how it is styled to the Charlotte Tilbury one. I really think they're trying to dupe it. But this is called a tinted moisturizer. So I'm not entirely sure what it's supposed to do. Lightweight tinted moisturizer gives the skin a radiant, dewy finish. And it's got a berry extract apparently. So I hope this doesn't really have too much of a scent. I've only swatched this so far. I haven't really put it on my face yet. So let me see if I can pump it out. Yeah, so texture wise, this is not like a skin tint like a product because it's very thick and creamy. And the shade Light Beige, like it seems to be okay for me. So let me put it on my face and let me tell you in the meantime why it's been such a long time that I've tried any sort of Makeup Revolution products. Because Makeup Revolution and me, I mean, I used to own a ton of their chocolate bar palettes. I used to love those, like trying them out and reviewing their eyeshadow. But then as time progressed, I just found that their formulations just weren't all that special. And Makeup Revolution is one of those brands that just releases so much. They're just creating so much waste by releasing all of these like IP collections, which are just not really my vibe. Oh, I'm not sure if this is too much. And yeah, so that's why I haven't really tried much by Makeup Revolution in the past couple of years. None of their products on their website truly appeal to me, which is why like I don't have any brow products by them or anything like that, because nothing stood out to me that I hadn't tried yet by them that really made me go like, ooh, I need to give that a whirl. So, and this foundation is super weird. Like it's a really thick, like for a tinted moisturizer, because that's what they call this, it's mousse. Like it's a moussey texture, which is weird. So I'm not sure if this is great at blending it, if it's like good to be blended with a brush. I'm getting a lot of streaks And like, it's like I'm moving the product around, but it doesn't really stay put. So let me see if the warmth of my fingers can fix some of this. And it feels quite heavy on the skin. Like, it feels really thick. And I'm not sure about you, but I don't, like, it's got a bit of glow for sure. But when I think of a tinted moisturizer, I think of something that is far more liquidy and easy to blend than this. Like, it's so thick. Like, I'm not sure if you can see, but here on my nose, let me see if I can zoom you in. So can you just see what it does around my nose? That is not what I want my foundation to do, like, upon first application. So I'm not sure, like, the shade is okay, but I'm not sure I'm liking this texture at all. Now, I'm not someone who usually minds my foundation doing something like that, but usually that happens to me after hours of wear. And this has been literally on for like 30 seconds, and I can't, like, I just can't get it to blend around my nose. Like, it just doesn't. And also my chin, it looks a little patchy. It seems to be accentuating everything I don't want it to accentuate. So I probably won't be powdering this just to be on the safe side, because on my dry skin, this is not looking the best. Maybe if you have oily skin, you might love this, but I don't think after this, I don't think I ever want to put it on my face again. I'm not sure I'm ever going to put this in a review. I mean, it looks all right from a distance. It's fine, but up close, especially in my nose area, what's going on there? Concealer time. I hope this can save the day. Like I said already in the intro, this is one of my favorite products by them. Holy Grail concealer for sure. The Conceal and Define concealer has been one of my favorites for years. And I know that this is when I actually should start using Up, because I've had it for a while. But this usually works well. But if that foundation has such a... Oh, wow. It's like where there was a red patch from the foundation, that's now where there's still a red patch, because I can't blend the concealer into the foundation. Maybe if I tap it in. No, that still looks horrible. Accentuates all of my pores, which I don't have that many large ones. Okay. Like, usually I just go like do 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 do, and I'm good. But this is not great. Let me see what happens if I use it on the under eyes. I think it's really just not blending into the foundation. That's what's happening. Like, there's nothing wrong with the concealer, because it works fine on the under eyes where there was no product yet. Okay. So these textures are just a bit too heavy for my skin. Now it looks even worse over here. Oh no. I was like, oh, what a great opportunity to like film my full face of Makeup Revolution. Yeah, this is not going to be powdered. That's not going to be a good idea. Okay, so I've primed my lids, done my eyebrows. Those are not Makeup Revolution products. And I hope that that has given the foundation a little bit of time to settle down. Because now we're going in with this. This is the Makeup Revolution Ultra Cream Bronzer in the shade Light. A lot of people were raving about this in their end of year favorites in December that I watched. So I was like, I would like to see what this is all about. So is this a good cream bronzer? Yes or no? It seems to be a pretty good shade for me because it is fairly light, but it does have quite a lot of warmth, which is why I'm not sure it's going to be my favorite. Oh no, my nose is getting itchy as well. Don't scratch. Ooh, that's a lot. This is why I always start with my forehead, because that's a lot of space I need to cover. Oh. So that cream bronzer seems to be doing pretty okay. It was a little intense there at first when I first applied it, but it blended out really nicely, and I do really like the shade on my skin. So cream bronzer seems to be okay, but that foundation, like right around my nose here, it started to itch really terribly. It is going away now, but I just don't think this is going to be for me. Like, it's even bunched up even more in my nose, in my nostrils, like right on that edge. It's not looking great. Like, it looks great on my cheeks, and it's okay on my forehead, it's okay on my chin, but around my nose, it's just pulling into every crevice, which is not great. Then I have this. This is the Bright Light Highlighter, Strobe Champagne with Quartz. So this is a liquid highlighter. What does this remind us of? So again, a bit of a Charlotte Tilbury dupe kind of moment, I guess. At least that's what the packaging is inspired by for sure. But it's got the twist up, which I don't love. Ooh! And it does this weird thing where there's a lot of product all of a sudden. But the shade is really pretty. It's that very icy sort of highlight. But it does have a little bit of warmth to it because it is that pinky peach. So let me see if I can sort of take some of this off. This is why I don't like these sponge tip applicators. Once you've used them, it's really difficult to tell whether there's any product coming out or not, which is why I don't love them. But let me just grab a little bit on my fingers and tap it on. And that is very pretty. I like the glow it gives. I don't think I need more. So that means I can take everything that was on the back of my hand, I can take it off. And now we're going into blush, which is also a cream product. This is the Super Dewy Liquid Blush in the shade Blushing in Love. And I couldn't really find a good blush shade on the website. Like, there was nothing that really stood out to me. It's a little bit of a Barbie pink shade, but we'll see how it goes. So it's this very light, cool toned pink, which can be pretty on me. So let's see how it goes. Ooh, it's very light. So one thing that's good about this foundation is that it's not breaking up. Like, now that I'm putting creams over it, it's not like bunching up underneath here, which I was afraid of after like seeing what it does on my nose. It's just not great. Oh well, that's what I get for trying new products. Like 30 minutes before I need to head out the door. Oh, it's now also starting to pull into that little crevice I have underneath my lip. But this blush shade is really pretty if you want that very fresh pinky shade, but I have other shades that can do this for me that I like better. I don't love the texture of this. Like the foundation, because it seems to be from the same line. It's also called Super Dewy. It just seems to be a little bit thick and moussey. It's not that liquid, which is weird. So I think that cheek is actually really, really pretty. I really enjoy that, but that foundation, let me show you again by zooming in. Here I again have zoomed in on my nose, and I'm not sure if you can see, but there's a lot of bunching up there, and it's just really accentuating any dryness I've got going on there. And then on this side as well, like, it's really bunching up in there. And it's doing the same thing here, which even if I like try to press it back in, it doesn't really do much. It doesn't, like, within 2 seconds, that's going to be gone. Like, it's going to be back, I should say. So the foundation, not my favorite. But then we just have a couple of things left, and I want to do a super easy eye. I'm going to be reviewing this eyeshadow palette in an upcoming eyeshadow palette review, so then I will have tried all the shades. Today, I just want to use one matte. This is the Revolution, oh, it doesn't even have a name. It's from their Zodiac line. It's called the Air Palette. And when I open this up, you can understand why I wanted to try it. It's cool tones, grays with some like tealy green sort of shades. And especially that green in the middle seems to have a really nice flip to it. I won't be digging into the greens because I do have this as well. This is the Revolution Pro Glam Eyes. I'm not sure what shade it is anymore. I'm gonna have to look that up for you because it doesn't say, but it's this really nice sort of like cocky green. And what it is, it's got a pencil on one side and then it's got a liquid eyeshadow on the other. So I was thinking to just take that taupey gray into the crease, use a liquid all over the lid and the eyeliner on the lower lash line, and maybe like use that champagne in the inner corner. Like just something really quick and easy. All right, so that is the eye look done, and I have to say that I quite like these products. They are very pretty. The liquid and the cream shadow stick go together really well, and I think it creates like a really nice, quick and easy smoky eye. I did find the liquid to be quite quick in its dry time, so you don't have a lot of room to play with it, and I hope this is going to be budge proof. I won't know until the end of the day. Oh wow, adding setting spray was not a good idea. Like, I instantly have, like everything is pooling in my lines. Oh no. Oh well, that's been great. The eyeshadow palette, I just used these two shades, so I can't say too much about it yet. As I already mentioned, I will be reviewing it. They are pretty shades so far from what I can tell, but the foundation is definitely a no-no. That's for sure. It's so weird, because it's only on my forehead that the setting spray really messed up the base. The rest of my face is still looking the same. Oh well. I've got 2 more lip products for you left. So I bought 2 of these ceramide lip swirls that they are doing. I have Berry Pink and I have Bitten Red. So I'll first pop on Berry Pink. And I did already swatch these and they look really fun in the packaging, but how long they're going to look this fun, I don't know. And I have no clue, 'cause it just looks like a pink once you take it out. Oh. Do you see that? Let me take a bit off. But all of the color is gone as well if you try to blot this down. So I don't think I love the formula. It is really nice, rich and creamy, but it does sort of pull apart like you know, toffee, which is not great. The shade was pretty, but this smelled like burned plastic, which is not a great scent. Let me try the other one. This is what the shade Bitten Red looks like, and I think this is prettier, the prettier one of the 2 on me anyways. I do really like this, but again, I tried to think of like, don't put on too much, but it's still, I just don't like it when a gloss does that. So you can tell this is a cheap gloss because of it. It has the same weird burned plastic kind of scent. Again, I don't think I'd reach for these ever again. So, in terms of a full face of Makeup Revolution, there are a couple of bits here that work, that I like a lot, which is, for instance, the bronzer, the highlighter. The blush I'm not a huge fan of, but so the bronzer and the highlighter are 2 of my favorites here. I still like that concealer. It's still one of my favorites. I still like that setting spray, and the eye products seem to be really pretty as well. But this foundation and these glosses, which is what I was actually super excited for. This foundation just not great for dry skin. It's not broken up any further, and I was able to blend it back in after applying setting spray. So, you know, I was able to fix it in the end, so it was fine. These glosses just look really pretty. Like, I could use them as a display piece, perhaps. But I don't think I would wear these ever again. I don't know, I don't like the way this sits on the skin, even though they are nicely nourishing. Like, I can tell that they have that rich, creamy texture that's really going to help nourish your lips. But no can do for me on these ones. So that's it. A couple of hits, a couple of misses from Makeup Revolution in today's full face makeup look. I really hope you enjoyed watching today. Please thumbs up the video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more by me. I'm going to be putting some of these things into Shop My Stashes and reviewing them in the future. And in the meantime, I have a lot more content coming your way. So if you'd like to stay tuned for that, and then I hope to see you in my next video. Bye-bye!